Now, of course, you know what that means. Luke joining us from Midway Village here. And this is a really interesting topic that we're talking about today. A former military member from Rockford who's one of the first people to actually go to the South Pole.
The first American to set foot on the South Pole on Halloween. It's kind of timely here.
Yeah.
Halloween 1956, 67 years ago. Rockford high school graduate George Dufek landed on the South Pole and planted the American flag.
That's crazy. So you're seeing some of the pictures of him here. What were some of the details and what are some of the things that he talks about in this book that you've brought with us here?
You bet, absolutely. He actually traveled in 3 different stints in his military career to the South Pole, but his story really begins at Rockford High School, and then he ends up in the Naval Academy, and he becomes a naval aviator, and he participates in the invasion of North Africa in World War II, and an invasion of southern France as well, and he assumed command of a Navy ship, USS Bogue, that sank the last German sub of World War II.
Wow.
And then he worked with Admiral Byrd on some scientific explorations of Antarctica until the Korean War, when he also was called back up into the war service, and he served a distinguished career there as command of 2 different naval air stations, including Whidbey Island in Washington. But then when peace arrived in Korea, he requested to go back to Antarctica, and that's where he led 4 different explorations to Antarctica called Operation Deep Freeze. And he landed his plane called the K-Sarah right at the South Pole, and jumped out, the first American to set foot there, planted the American flag on Halloween 1956.
That's a wild story. And the thing is that's crazy to me is he decided to go back multiple times to a place that's free. Here we are complaining about the 20s and 30s that we see.
I can't relate to that. As the weather gets colder here, I'm eager for warmer weather.
I know. I think we all are. So this is a book, Through the Frozen Frontier, you brought with us.
You bet.
He wrote this book, correct?
He wrote this book in 1959. This is from our collection at Midway Village, and it recaps all of his different explorations into the South Pole area and Antarctic. And one fun highlight is he established a supply base on the edge of Antarctica that he called Little Rockford, believe it or not.
Really?
So not someplace I'll likely visit, but Little Rockford, yes, was so he still had some very strong affinity for his hometown in Rockford here.
That is so cool to hear about, and like you said, that he had that affinity for it, and we're talking about this right on the heels of Veterans Day coming up here in just a couple of days, and
you bet.
And we do know that Rockford has a very rich military history.
Absolutely.
And you guys have an event coming up talking a little bit more about that.
Yeah, you bet. On Saturday the 18th, we have Rockford's Hometown Heroes, which is an event, a lecture series where Harlem High School does a series of student-produced films that highlight local Rockford veterans. So there will be 2 unique stories presented and with a Q&A at 1 p.m. on Saturday the 18th. And so veterans and military members are free, and you can tour the museum as well, and it's a great way to connect with Rockford's more recent military history.
All right. Well, Luke, as a historian, as someone who works for Midway Village, why do you think it's so important to continue to carry on the stories of veterans for the day?
Well, it's just important to understand that our freedom comes at a price, and that there are a lot of local stories through Camp Grant and all the other military heroes and pioneers throughout Rockford that have helped pave the way to have the security we have here, and Veterans Day is the perfect time of year to remember that.
Absolutely. Very well said, Luke, and we really appreciate you coming out with us every single Thursday. Always love to hear about some of these really cool people that have come through the Rockford area. So Luke, we'll see you back here next Thursday, my friend.
Looking forward to it.